portable air conditioning. Some of you may say, well, wait a second, it was a little chilly today. Check your forecast, especially in the tri-state area of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware for the next week. We're not going from the 60s to the 70s. We're going from the 60s to the mid 80s right away. So hello, summer. So perfect night to start talking about keeping you cool around your home. And what we're going to do, we're going to start it off with this one here. This is V37900. It is our DeLonghi 500. It's an 11,500 BTU 3-in-1 portable air conditioner. You can see the price on your screen there. It's $449.98. So special sale pricing tonight. That's 13% off what we normally sell this for. So you're getting a great deal this evening. Your shipping and handling is $15.22. But you know what? You don't have to pay for it all at once. And that's the great thing about QVC and QVC2. Tonight, this is on 5 easy payments of $90. So you can get this home, start using it, enjoy the cool, nice room, sleeping, family room, whatever it might be, as you're paying it off. So let's start off and give you a little history on who DeLonghi is. So DeLonghi's been bringing products to us in the United States here, and they've been around for over 100 years. They were the ones that helped bring portable air conditioning to us as we know it. Started out as that box fan in your window that took up pretty much the entire space you're seeing here. So that was 45 years ago. This is their latest and greatest portable air conditioner technology because why? This doesn't take up your entire window. It's a small, compact box, basically, that's on casters. So once you get it out of the box, you roll it in the room. And this will cool a 500 square foot room. And you can do it from the convenience of your bed, your easy chair, because it also has a remote control. So these things are really efficient, really easy to set up, and they do a fantastic job. So I'm in my family room right here. This room, I get pretty much really good air conditioning. The room right over here that you guys can't see, well, my garage is back over here. The room above my garage, which is my son's room, doesn't get the heating and cooling that it needs. So right now, tonight, great night to sleep. Later this week, you don't want to be in that room. So portable air conditioners are a great way to be able to take care of all your cooling needs without, in my case, I'd have to crank the thermostat down to compensate for that one room, so that room would get cooling, but you'd have to walk around in the rest of the house in a sweatshirt because it would be freezing. So leave it to DeLonghi to come to our rescue and say, okay, there's a better way to do this. First of all, notice, see my window here? I only lost 4 inches of my view, and I really didn't lose the view at all because I can still see everything there. There's nothing sticking out of the window, meaning my screen is still in this window, so I don't have to worry about the bugs or anything trying to get in. My window kit installed in, roughly about 10 minutes, all right, from start to finish. There's a little laminated card that comes with this, an 8x11 sheet that gives you 5 steps on how to install it. And once you get the window kit in, now you're starting to cool your home. So you can use your remote control. You can use the buttons on the control panel here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn mine on. I have it in the auto setting. I had it set to 72 degrees. It got to 72 degrees here, so we'll automatically shut it off. That's one of the other great features with this one. We all have thermostats in our home. This has a built-in thermostat to the DeLonghi air conditioner, meaning that it will get to your desired temperature wherever you set this and automatically shut itself off. So it's not going to be constantly running. That's why it's more efficient than cranking the thermostat down to compensate for that one room. Maybe you're someone that just moved into a new apartment or new older home and there isn't central air and you're saying, okay, we know the temperatures the last couple summers have gotten really hot. So there's, a lot of warming and things going on, a lot of crazy weather and all that. Well, it's going to be really hot this summer. Now's the perfect time to combat that heat and get something where it's the beginning of the season. We still have them in stock, and you get that great sale price of $449.98 with the easy payment plan. So this one's really cool because, like I said, you can set this at any temperature you want. There's little arrows on here for up and down, wherever you want to put this. So all I have to do, if I say, all right, 72 degrees, well, that's not really cool enough. I can hit the arrow down. I can go all the way down to 64 degrees cool. So some people like it really cold. If you like it really cold, this will do the job. And again, it will cool a 500 square foot room and anything smaller than that. You may say, okay, what is a 500 square foot room? Well, it is a room that is 20 feet by 25 feet with an 8-foot ceiling. So nice, big, large space. But maybe you're just putting in a bedroom, and that bedroom's only 10 by 12. This will still do a great job because you can turn that temperature to wherever you want. So it's still going to give the great cooling and not overdo it. Now, if you have a room that's larger than 500 square feet, we do have another unit that's 12,500 BTUs that you could look on .com. But this is our most popular seller because this pretty much fits everybody's need at 11,500 BTUs. So I set it to 69 degrees. I can determine, do I want the fan speed on low, medium, or high? So in this case, I have it on a lower speed right now. I can feel the air coming up through this. It feels really nice, really cool. I can also set this to have a 24-hour timer. Well, what does that mean? So, all right, you're getting home from work at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you don't want it running all day because no one's in the house. So 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you can set it to 70 degrees. It'll turn on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can set it with the remote. You can set it on the unit itself, however you want to do it. That way, when you walk in the door, your room is nice and cool and comfortable. So you don't have to walk into that dreary, humid, stuffy home. You come into a nice, cool environment because let's face it, you spent a long day at work. You should be able to walk into a nice, cool home. Maybe you need it because you need that nice, cool night's sleep. Well, you start off in the night, it's really hot, but as we go through the evening, temperature drops a little bit, starts to cool off. This gets to the temperature, it'll shut off. But you could also program to have it shut off in the middle of the night so you don't wake up and you're freezing in the morning. So great way to do it. That remote control you're seeing on there, everything I can control on the panel here, I can control with the remote control that I have here. It also comes with the batteries, which is really cool. The other thing that I like from DeLonghi, the buttons are big enough that I can read them without my reading glasses. So in my case, that's a bonus. So I don't have to go, where's my reading glasses? I can't work the remote. Yeah, you can work the remote without your reading glasses, which is nice. So this also has a little spot right here in the top. So it will nest in there. Now, if you have small kids and they lose it in the couch cushions, that's the beauty of having the controls on the panel too. Now you're not without using your DeLonghi air conditioner because I can't find the remote control. When's the last time you got up to change the channel on the TV, right? Okay, you understand what I'm talking about, convenience and how easy this is. Well, your air conditioner should be the same way, and DeLonghi has done that for you. I get a lot of questions when we sell these air conditioners and people say, okay, what type of windows or what size windows will these fit in? Well, they're great questions. So my window here is a window that opens up and down. So there's a little lock in there. I'll open it up, slide the window kit in, close it down, seal it all off, good to go. If your windows open up and down or slide side to side, and they're a minimum of 20 inches and a maximum of 48 inches, this will fit in your window. Now, if you have one of those crank out windows with the little handle, we call them casement windows, where the window slides open like this, well, unfortunately, your window kit is not going to work. Why? Well, this panel that's in here would actually fall out of your window. So unfortunately, we haven't developed something we can put in there. We are working on that, but regular windows, anywhere from minimum 20 to maximum 48 inches, this works. So I'm going to go ahead and step around the other side, and I'm going to show you the window kit and a little bit of installation here so you can see what I'm talking about. So it's really, really easy to do, okay? You have a 6-foot cord here. I have one of the 2 outlets that I'm using, so I don't have to use both of them, which is really nice. This cord is flexible. You see it, I have it bent and turned, all right? This is 5.5 feet long. So if I didn't want to have to move my favorite couch or Dad's favorite recliner or around an end table or the TV stand, now you have this flexibility to move that. The other cool thing is this piece just twists on and locks in here. This piece just snaps into the window kit when you put it together. Now, the only tool you may need is I have 2 little Phillips head screwdrivers right here in my window kit. Why? So this little slider panel, easy for me to say, panel, okay? This is the one that expands from the minimum of 20 inches where I would need it all the way out to 48 inches. You'll also notice you see a little bit of gray here. What is that? Well, we give you all the things to totally seal this in your window. So there's no air gaps. Why? Well, you don't want the hot air getting in. You don't want that nice cool air going outside. Why do you have to have the vent tube? People always say, well, you're exchanging the air when you're using an air conditioner. We're drawing in through the back here all the nasty, wet, humid air. We're cooling that air off by taking the moisture out of the air. Well, once we take the moisture out of the air, we got to get rid of it somehow. So we have a little wheel in there. To me, it looks like a little hamster wheel. It spins around and pulverizes the water particles. Then it takes those water particles and pushes them out of that hose outside. Now, the other cool thing, yeah, just like you're seeing there in the animation. So that's really neat. See how that works? See those yellow arrows going in? That's all the hot, sticky air that's in your house making you feel not so good. So all the blue arrows coming out, that's the cool air. There's that little hamster wheel that I was talking about. So it's a patented device that pulverizes the water. It's part of what we call our no drip technology. What does that mean? Well, even though this is in my window here, if I open this up after running it all day, I'm not going to have a puddle of water. I'm not going to have that spot running down the side of the house where you see it's all moldy and mildew. No, because we pulverize those water particles, so it's a fine mist going outside, so you don't have to worry about any of that. It's really easy to do. It comes on wheels that are already installed. When you get the box at home, you're going to see a dotted line around the bottom of the box. Cut that dotted line. You're going to lift the top of the box off, so you're not trying to lift this 3 feet up in the air to get it out of the box, because this has some weight to it. This is 61 pounds. But there are handles on the side. So these handles over here, they allow you to be able to pick this up. So I had this up in my son's room. I brought it down here for the airing tonight. So I carried it down the stairs, one step at a time, really easy. And then I just wheeled it into place. Having the handles is a great idea. The other cool thing about this thing is there's really no maintenance with this. What do I mean by that? Okay, there's a washable filter. So this filter in the back, see if I can get this one off here. Okay, this guy here, this is the only thing, and you can see it. All right, it's a nice filter. It traps all the dust, the pollen, the pet dander, anything like that. So your machine is going to last a really, really long time. Every once in a while, we ask you to check this. Now, I've been using this one for over a year. There's hardly any dust on this one. There's hardly any debris on it. So, vacuum we have, that Dyson does a really good job. All right, so we take this guy here, pop that back on, and you can't hurt it, okay? So pop that back on. That traps the bigger particles, so that way it's not going through your DeLonghi air conditioner. Exchanging the air is key. Some of you, those of you that live in Florida, know what it's like to have humidity. I mean, people say, yeah, it's really thick today. Well, we know when it's really hot on a hot day, and the humidity, well, that's usually what causes all the, the stickiness and everything else makes you feel uncomfortable. This is a 3-in-1. So it's an air conditioner. It's also a dehumidifier. So if you want to cool the air off faster on a really humid day, or you have that really humid basement where you want to get rid of the moisture, but you're tired of emptying that bucket or pail that fills up, this is an awesome, awesome dehumidifier. So this will remove 8 gallons of moisture, all right, 8 gallons of water in a 24-hour period, and you don't have to empty a bucket or pail or touch anything. Now, in case you're in a really, really humid environment and the DeLonghi takes a little bit to catch up, you may get a little warning light that says, okay, you got to empty it a little. There's 2 little spots on the back where you can go ahead and drain that out and then start using it again. In all honesty, I've had DeLonghis for the last 5 years. I've only ever done that once. And that time I was using it in my garage with the garage door opening because I was working on my car and I needed to stay cool. Other than that, I've never had to empty any of the DeLonghis I've ever owned. So great feature to have built in. The other thing that's really cool with this is that DeLonghi stands behind everything. There is a 2-year warranty on this guy. So if you have any issues, call us. We will take care of you. Looking at the animation here, you're seeing how this works. This cools the entire room, not just the space right around the air conditioner. You don't have to fight to, sleep right next to it. I remember when we were kids and my parents got that big window air conditioner. I want to sleep right under it. I want to be near it. It's not cool over here. No, the technology and the way this is made, it cools the entire 500 square feet of room. Now, I've been in the auto setting, turned it down to 69 degrees. it turned itself off. That is the built-in thermostat. So